Amtrak's maintenance training manual for Superliner passenger cars. Pullman Standard Division Pullman Incorporated, Chicago, Illinois 60628. Section 2, Equipment Description, General. The following brief description is of the major system of Amtrak Superliner passenger cars. The various systems are located throughout the car in variations of different configurations. External power and pneumatic pressure is train line from locomotive. These units of the locomotive are not covered in this manual. The electric power system. 2.2. Power the cars and supply the locomotive auxiliary powered unit until it delivers 480 volts or three-phase 60 hertz of AC. A 7-car train will draw 800 kilowatts at 80% of the power factor. The power distributed to the cars through the train line, inter-car jumpers. The transformer in each of the car supplies proper power from each sub-car system, electrical component system, and other systems. Additional with the primary power in each car, the battery when delivers a nominal voltage of 64 volts. 2.2. The main distribution. On the board of systems powered by 48 volts and three phases of 60 hertz of the power source on the locomotive. The 480 volts of source is used to power the air conditioning system, the heating system, the water heater directly. Although the other systems can use lower voltage and 480 volt power is transferred at the various voltages of these system. The power distribution system employs the 4 power train line jumper assemblies for the train's transmission of the power. For locomotive power or the train and power transmission between the cars. Each jumper assembly consists of 3 single conductors cables 480 volts or 3 conductor cable, which is used for locomotive power and safety interlocking systems. 4 sets of 3 single conductor cables are used at 480 volt power transmissions through each car, attached to each end of each car. Near the center of the car, the 4 power cables of the cars enter the power train line boxes and connect to the bus bars. The bus bars are used to tap the power of the car system. These powers are connected with the individual car system through mainline supply of 480 volt circuit breaker located in the electrical locker. The Amtrak locomotives for the service are equipped in power safety interlocking circuits. The circuits require all train power cable assemblies be placed in adjacent power receptacles on the last car are to be connected to the power before the power may be allowed to be on the train line. The jumper assembly plugs are equipped with 3 power point and 3 shorter control points. When a jumper is disconnected, the short control point breaker contacts first, which causes the contactor 480 volt supply on the locomotive to open. The arranged permits the power contact and the jumper assembly plug that disconnected and underloaded to prevent the possibility of injuring to servicing personnel. It is recommended that added safety steps should be taken by opening the circuit in the locomotive before pulling the cables. To cut the cov light. Main car lighting is provided by continuous cov lights on both sides of the car. The cov lights are located above the luggage rack, provide indirect illumination of the ceiling, baggage and area and sidewalls. Each cov light fixture contains about 120 fluorescent tubes. 120 each cov light contains 120 volt fluorescent tubes. Single fluorescent cov lights are on both of the operational 72 volts DC. This cov light are controlled by the circuits of the lower AC cov light and lower DC cov light. 223 12 120 volt circuits. Power of the 120 volt circuits arrived in the 480 to 120 volt transformer. The 120 volt circuit provides the power of the following: the exhaust fan, one located in each equipment compartment, end of the door, thresh handle heaters, one located at each end of the car of the upper level, water cooler, one located in upper level, water stations are both level, non-dining car, vestibule passage, bullet body end, and stairway cov lights, fluorescent lights, and fixtures located in noted areas. The upper and lower cov lights. Fluorescent lighting fixtures dispersed in cars controlled by circuit breakers located in the electrical locker. Single receptacles. Seven signal receptacles are provided in the car. One of the provided in each toilet for passenger use, and the balance located in each side of the car of the cleaning purposes. Toilet lights. A fluorescent light provided in each toilet room. Power is supplied to the toilet light balanced through the circuit breaker and electrical locker. The toilet flush is a 120-volt circuit. Power is provided to the toilet of the flush mechanisms. Reading lights are provided over each seat. The reading lights are powered by 28 volts. Power in these lights is provided by a 480/20 VAC transformer is zoned and circuit breakers in an electrical locker. Individual operation of each light is done in individual fixtures. Strip heater is provided in the door threshold to prevent against the freeze up of the water during cold weather. The heater is automatically activated by an outside thermostat with the temperature drops below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The two exhaust fans per these energized when 120-volt power is available. The exhaust fan circuit breaker is closed and the Havoc system selector switch is placed in the normal position. 224 hot water heater circuit. The two 480-volt immersion type of the water heaters are provided in 80-gallon hot water tank and equipment with a compartment with the water temperature governed in the adjustable thermostat. One heater interlocked with a sewer system to conserve power for the vacuum pump and the transfer power to the macerator on an individual or both. 225 DC lighting. When 480 volt 400 volt AC supply is available, they use the circuits powered by the low voltage power supply. The battery charger supplies power to the charging of a 127 amp hour 64 volt battery. During the periods of 480 volt supply interruption, the due loads will be supplied by the battery. These due loads are divided into two groups following: primary circuits, emergency lights, marker lights, braking light, indications lights, stair lights, ASL lights, and communication systems. The secondary circuits, with the 64 amp version volt battery charging loads that will be supplied by the battery, are interior vestibule, indoor control, cover lights, wheel slide on the board surveillance systems. On normal battery charge operation, power is supplied in common primary, secondary conditions. The use of battery operation if the voltage falls below 52 volts. The secondary circuits are disconnected from the battery. The primary circuit compromises the emergency light. 4 emergency lights are provided in each one in each toilet light fixtures, one in each recessed ceiling light, one in each in the passageway body, and the end light. The marker way lights. 2 red marker lights are located on each end of the car. Local control is provided by the switch of the electrical locker. The straight lights. The straight light is illuminated in 3 indistant lamps. ASL lights, upper level lights, and lower level lights are provided with along the center line and ceiling illumination of the ASL. A switch in the electrical locker controls the ASL lights. Communication system. The public address intercom capability of the routine emergency message to passenger and or crew include intending call systems for summoning the attendants. 226 car heating and air conditioning. The car heating is provided by the combination of a panel floor, the floor heated overhead and heat. The overhead heaters are part of the conditioned evaporator units. Both of the floor heaters overheated to operate the main 480 volt supply. Passenger toilet and are heated in continuous rows of the panel type floored heat. The type of the heater guards have holes to permit the discharge on the hot air in order to heat the floor area. In addition, with the hot air discharges through the holes in the window area below the window area. The overhead heaters are used in temporary freshening air. The automatically operating fresh air damper is provided at both fresh air taking and intake openings. The fresh air damper is used to limit this fresh air intake should be closed in the ambient below 15 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. 2 air conditioner units located in the equipment compartment of each car. The overhead duty ducts distribute conducting airflow over the full length of the car, and if one unit should fail, the second will provide partial cooling. 227 indicating circuits. If local brake applied by the reading lights on the test indicating lights are provided by the both sides of the exterior with the brake cylinder pressure to the both trucks drops to 10 psi less, or the handbrake is released and give a green brake release light, it will be energized on each side of the car. The brake applied by the amber light is energized by the brake cylinder pressure rises to 25 psi. The handbrake is applied. The brake applied by the training line signal is transmitted to the locomotive when all cars indicate the brake applied condition. The brake release train, in addition, with to check the status of the car. Air brakes all must monitor the handbrakes before the braking release is received in the locomotive. All brake and handbrakes must be in released condition. When the electro-pneumatic system function check light indicates whether the EP magnet on each of the car is operating properly on the application of the magnet valve and energized to apply the brakes, off the release of the magnet valve, energized to the release the brakes. A white electro-pneumatic system function check light indicates whether the EP magnet on the EP magnet valve on each of the cars is operating properly. If it is on application management of the energizer to apply the brakes off. Off the release magnet valve energized to release the brakes. Heating valve, air conditioning. And there are two 10-ton capacity cooling units on each bi-level car. These are located equal equipment compartments at the each end of each car lower the level. Each consists of the integral evaporator, condenser, compressor unit, central figure, evaporating blow fan, and electrical heaters. 231. Heating. The bi-level car of an electrical heated multi-stage solid-state control system combination overhead of the floor heat of the electronic heaters operate the 48-volt 480-volt, 3-phase, 60 Hz air AC train power controls operating 120 60 Hz AC power. The fully automatic system is capable of providing the inside of the temperature of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The overhead of the provided the passenger toilets and vestibules of the electrical heater supplied as a part of the air conditioner evaporators. The heater is arranged to operate. The two stages are located downstream and of the cooling coils. Heater and staging is a proportion to provide the best possible operation during the reheating of the reheating and the regular heating cycle. The automatic two-position fresh air dampers controls the intake of the fresh air. The strip-type floor is provided in the passenger area, the toilets, equipment compartments, and the utility room. They are mounted behind the stainless steel heater along the sidewall of the walls at the floor. The cars are also equipped with a layover heating system operating the necessary stages for the floor of the heating only. Ventilation of the car accomplished by the pull-through blow fan supplied as part of the evaporator unit. Fresh air enters the grills on the opposite side of the car, both ends, and passes through the fresh air damper stainless steel duct into the plenum chamber. The passable combined with the refresh of the recirculated air filters evaporate assembly at both ends of the car. The air conditioner blower fans pull and mix air through the cooling, heating, and coils, pushing the conditioner air to both the ends of the upper and lower main air ducts. The main air ducts are arranged and more proportionally supplying the conditioner air to each of the delivered condition spaces in the upper level. When the arrangement in case of the shutdown unit of the air remains and will distribute it into this space. This main distribution duct of the upper level, excluding the sleeping cars, constructed by the diagonal splitting run of the entire length of the separated duct is provided each blower. 233 air conditioning. The air conditioning responds to a single temperature control system which automatically controls the operating of the complete air conditioning system. Each conditioner unit employs the 4 stages of cooling accumulated system operating modes. The three stages of the control function outside of the ambient temperatures return to the air temperatures. In full cooling mode, the total output of the compressor is distributed by the refrigeration circuits of the evaporator coil. In the 67% partial cooling mode, a modulate liquid solenoid valve is actuated that cools off all of the flow of the one circuit of the evaporating coil. In addition, with the pressure regulated unloaded valve is activated, required to further reduce the refrigeration flow of the remaining half of the evaporator coil. For the 33% partial cooling mode, the amount of the refrigeration reaching the single evaporator circuit is reheated in the evacuation electronic solenoid operated compressor unloading valve, and the cooler reheating dehumidification mode utilizes the same configuration mode as except for the first stage heating activated by the reheating partial cooled air. 2.4 door control system. A bi-level car has both pneumatic manually operated doors, vestibule, interior body. Both ends of the doors are operated pneumatically door engines, while the side entrance doors are operated manually. The both body end of the doors are located on the upper level. Sliding doors are operated by two touch plates on each side of the hand, each side for the hand and foot actuation of the door operator. Communication system. Amtrak's bi-level cars are equipped with a public address intercom, tape player, and radio receiver. The PA equips the permits and announcements for the train crew and to the passenger. The announcements can be made in the entire train, and only the individual intercom provides the two-way communication between the locomotive train crew and between the members of the train car, and the tape player is available for the car configurations. It will play 4 program tape of all coupled cars in which the system is turned. The bi-level, except for the dining cars, have intended for the call button system. The call button is located by each of the pair of the passenger seats and the lower stairway leading to the toilets, women lounges, and sleeping rooms. The 251 public address intercom. The public address intercom system permits the train crew member to make an announcement of the passenger to the entire train, and his option only the car is when she is located permits the engine man or the conductor to page the train crew to or make announcements using the speaker mounted to the passenger areas of each of the car. It also permits a private two-way intercom between any two control parts of the car and two-car or locomotive two-car. A communication control panel is provided in each car. The lower level vestibule access to the communication panel, in which the Amtrak has standard coach key and 3-position function selector, which switches and mark to the music PA and IC. The music position permits the sound of the tape deck radio receiver to broadcast the car, and the PA position used as paging and announcements, and handset is equipped to push talk and switch bar, which the area selector with the area selector and switch in the local position in the PA system will page only in the car which the announcement is being made. The train position of the announcement of the broadcasting through the train, the area switch should normally be by the train position. Pressing the cab signal button with the sound buzzer to the locomotive cab. This buzzer will send as long as it is depressed. Which the selector switches the IC. The private conversation may be carried out on or with any handset location. In the dining car, the control handset may be used with communication intercom of the lower level kitchen intercom stations. Loudspeakers are located in the toilet rooms, sleeping rooms, and vestibules as used as well as in the coach. Dining, kitchen areas are loudspeakers, vestibules for which the announcement is being made automatically cut out reduce the feed problems. 252, the tape player and radio receiver. The provisions are made by the tape player and radio receiver to be located in the train. They are connected to the public address train line, and if so, wire announcement override the music in the dining car. Sleeping of the 1 or 3 channels may be selected in the passenger. In addition, with local entertainment, live music, TV, movie audio in the dinner car can be selected. 253 attendant call system. All carrier cars except for dining have attended at a call button system. Call buttons are located on each of the pair of the passenger seats and lower the standing lands and toilet rooms, sleeping roomettes. Woman lounges. When using the 2-note chime, the broadcast of the public address system with owner of the car, which is activated in those cases. In those cases, when the attendant is not on duty in the car system can be train line to activate the chime announcer of the adjacent car. The annunciator located the adjacent stairway at the local level or indicates whether the car initiated with the upper level passenger, lower level of the passenger, women lounge with toilet rooms, or adjacent car. The all passenger seating area and have small yellow light when call button and illuminates. The call button is in depressed and pushing the call button will clear the yellow light of the announcer. 2-6 water system. Car is provided by each car is provided with the pressurized cold water system when the water is stored in two 250-gallon tanks on a total storage capacity of 500 gallons. The storage tanks are located in equipment compartment A at the end of the car, constructed of the stainless steel. In addition, with the 80-gallon hot water tank having two separate thermostatically controlled electrical immersions, the lower water cutoff probe with all flushes service lines associated with the potable water source of the backflow prevention. An electrical pneumatic water cooler is located in the upper level of the stairways alcove. The coach, sleeping cars, of the faucet cup dispenser disposals, and a unit located on each of the level of the car water station. The alcove wastewater and the water control is trapped in the line and the discharge is currently directly to the tracks. Hot and cold water branch lines are run to each of the toilet facilities, which wash the basin valve while the cold water is running to the toilet for flushing. The water system has fill point on each side of the car. The three-way valve with each fill points allows the train line compressed air to be cut off while refilling the water. Storage tanks discharge a relief line through the open side of the drain is each at the fill point. The discharge indicates the potable water storage tanks in full. 261 Sanitation system. In keeping the present environmental regulations, each car has an onboard sanitary sewage system for the passenger. For exemption of the dining car, no sanitation system facilities are on the dining car except for the crew toilet located on the lower level in the complete self-contained unit. After a toilet has been flushed, the hopper containing the sewage is rinsed and cleared out of the wall waste by the vacuum line and vacuum pump. The sewage and the flush water then moved to the collection tank. The common all toilets located in the equipment compartment A end of the car. The sewage reduces the liquid efficiency initiator liquid influent in the maciator unit. The effluent released in the road bed of the train is traveling at a minimum speed of 25 miles per hour. The flush water is obtained by the cold water storage tanks and is isolated in a potable water backflow of the preventer while compressed is obtained with the train line air system. Heaters located in the lavatory water station drains protecting against the freezing up during the cold weather. These heaters are automatically activated when outside of the ambient temperatures drops below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Control protection accomplished by the circuit breaker located in the electrical locker and anti-freeze circuit HVAC system. Also, the water system is protected by mechanically type of the automatic dump valves. The truck and the brakes. Each car is equipped with two 4-wheel roller-bearing trucks and secondary suspension. The primary suspension consists of consists of a nest of two coil springs which support the truck frame at the wheel sets. The spring sets of elastomeric pads will help prevent transmission of the wheel and track generated noise through the truck frame. The secondary suspension supports the car body and the air spring support of the baluster. The truck contains auxiliary air spring reserves which increase the efficiency valve of the air spring. Lower secondary suspension natural frequency as provided by the vertical damping elastomeric lateral stops will give gradual lateral resistance to lateral movement of the baluster. Leveling valve at each of the track adjusts the air pressure to compensating the varying loads and maintaining the car body with a specified floor height. Electro-pneumatic air brake system is provided on all cars and consists of two brake discs mounted on each of the axle. Each disc is braked on an individual pneumatically operated brake cylinder. Normally control the braking through the electrical training circuit, which apply the release of the brakes on each of the cars. The mains and the magnetic valve, the vent, and the recharging the brake pipe. In addition, with the brake pipe and main reserve equalizing provided each car supplies supplies the main reserve air pressure with 100 to 150 psi from the locomotive to each car for the rapid charge of the brake system, as well as provided by the auxiliary system as a relay valve supply. Maintains the brake line and pressure in 110 psi. Electrical power systems, section 3.